Yeah, I do think it's significant in many ways. I think what you actually have here is you have a market structure, a regulated market structure that is wrapped, literally, around cryptographic tokens, in this case, Bitcoin tokens, and the safekeeping of those, the record keeping of those, and the actual kind of underlying transfer and liquidity. And so that is a market structure that is now being interacted with by the very largest financial institutions in the world, and they're coming together and working with great firms like Coinbase and others who are providing the actual critical crypto infrastructure around some of this. So I think it's a very significant moment because it's demonstrating that you can have a security or a digital token and you can have those work together. But I think the broader piece here is it underscores that, at least in the case of the SEC, and you could read Gensler's comments, and I think he's being pretty transparent about how he thinks about this, which is he lost a court case and he's just doesn't want to get sued again. That's kind of what he said, but I think there is more, because I think that the SEC has a much deeper understanding of this whole field and of the technology and of the operators and the risks and what kind of disclosures you might need. I think there's just a far greater understanding than 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It just continues. And so, when Larry Fink gets on television the next day and says, this is just the tipping point. This is the tipping point towards tokenization. The tokenization of financial assets broadly and of other types of property is going to change the way the financial industry works. It's going to change access to finance and financial products and other things, which I deeply believe. I think that's an indicator that I think BlackRock is perhaps one of the largest securities issuers in the world, and I think it suggests confidence that tokenization is going to be coming on in a significant way, and that we're going to see some of the very, very biggest asset issuers in the world issuing tokenized versions of those assets this year. And so that's significant. And so I do think it is not just about, is this validation for Bitcoin? I think it's about the whole technology architecture, what it represents. And I think, we're all sitting here because people are interested, right? And that this is here, and it's not going away. And so I think it's a significant shift for all those reasons.